This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for May 4, 2023, man killed and teen injured in Portmore gun attack. A man was shot dead and a 17-year-old youth injured during an attack by a gunman at a home in Brayton Meadows in Portmore, St. Catherine on Wednesday afternoon. The dead man has been identified as 20-year-old Nashon Lewis, otherwise called Eddie, and a Crow man. The injured teen is a student. It was reported that around 1:30 p.m., the two males were among other people sitting inside a house when they were pounced upon by a man. Police said the man opened gunfire, hitting Lewis in the upper body. The teen was shot in the leg. They were assisted by residents to hospital, where Lewis was pronounced dead and the teen admitted in serious but stable condition. Police were still in the area up to late in the afternoon. The attack followed the shooting of 4 men, one fatally at a car wash in the same community on Monday. In that attack, 3 gunmen stormed the venue, opened fire on the 4 and escaped. Superintendent Hopton Nicholson, who is in charge of operations for the St. Catherine South Division, said the police are probing whether the shootings are related. Not sure they are as yet. Investigations are ongoing, he told the news. Cops seek Uncle Demon following St. Anne shooting. Police have launched a manhunt for a man known as Uncle Demon following the shooting of another man in Paritown in Ocho Rios, St. Anne on Tuesday morning. The injured man has since been admitted to hospital. Reports reaching the news are that around 6:25 a.m., the two men had a dispute over a shop. It is understood that during the dispute, the now injured man was threatened that he would be killed. Police said the other man left and reportedly returned with a firearm a few minutes later. Several shots were fired, hitting the now injured man in his abdomen and the left hand. The shooter, the police said, escaped in a gray Toyota Axio motor car. The injured man was assisted by residents to the hospital, where he was admitted in stable condition. Following investigations, police have been seeking Uncle Demon, who they believe can assist in their probe. Cops probe inmate's death at the St. Catherine prison. Police are probing the death of a prisoner at the St. Catherine Adult Correctional Center in Spanish Town Wednesday morning. The inmate, identified as 45-year-old Christopher Locke, otherwise called Oliver, is from Nelson Street in Kingston 12. The police say they are investigating the death to determine whether foul play is suspected. The Independent Commission of Investigations is reportedly awaiting a report on the incident. Information reaching the news is that around 11:30 a.m., Locke was among other prisoners playing a game of domino at the facility when he fell ill. It is understood that he was rushed to the facility's medical center, where he was pronounced dead. The Spanish Town CIB is investigating. Cocaine valued at $12 million seized at the Norman Manley International Airport, man charged. 48-year-old Alester Christie of Above Rocks, St. Andrew, and Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, has been arrested and charged in connection with the seizure of cocaine valued at $12 million at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston on Tuesday. Christie is charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, taking steps to export cocaine, and a conspiracy to export cocaine. He is scheduled to appear before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, May 9. The police report that Christie checked in at the airport to board a flight destined for Canada. According to the police, during security procedures, several anomalies were detected and Christie attempted to flee the airport. He was accosted and searched, and the cocaine was allegedly found on him. He was subsequently taken into custody. Christie was later charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. Warmington clashes with a Portland politician on tour. A war of words developed between Government Minister Everald Warmington and the People's National Party Council caretaker Colin Bell during a tour of the Fellowship Division in Portland on Wednesday. Warmington, who was upset with Bell's presence during the tour, said he would only be undertaking the tour with a Portland Eastern Member of Parliament Anne-Marie Vaz and the necessary officials. A caretaker is not recognized in the Constitution. You don't follow my tour. I don't tour with councillor caretakers, regardless of their party. I am touring with the Member of Parliament. If you want some information, then ask her. This is not a political tour, Warmington told Bell. But Bell, who has aspirations of becoming the Member of Parliament, hit back, indicating that as a citizen of Jamaica, he simply wanted to know what is happening and that he has an interest in what goes on in the Fellowship Division. Close your eyes if you don't want to see me. I am here. This is a Government of Jamaica tour. May I share my interests? Bell told Warmington, who is Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation with a responsibility for works. Warmington insisted that Bell should keep his interest at his yard while questioning who had invited him on tour. Speaking with a journalist shortly after, Warmington labeled the incident as unfortunate. When I'm touring and looking at infrastructure, I tour with the people's elected representative. I don't want to tour with whether constituency or divisional caretakers or the councillors. The Constitution does not recognize a caretaker. If a councillor caretaker or councillor wants to tour, let them tour with their Member of Parliament, he said. Any representation to me has to come from the Member of Parliament, not the councillor or the councillor caretaker, Warmington added. The Fellowship Division has been without an elected representative in 2021 following the death of Irvin Louis Brown. Beryllium meets with Police High Command amid attacks on its courier vehicles. A high-level meeting was held Wednesday between representatives from Beryllium Security Company and the members of the High Command of the Jamaica Constabulary Force in response to the recent spate of attacks on Beryllium courier vehicles. The latest attack occurred on Saturday in Albion, St. Thomas. Beryllium suspended its operations over the weekend following the attack. This led to members of the public being inconvenienced as automated teller machines had run out of cash. A team of investigators from the Criminal Investigation Branch headquarters has been assembled to probe the attacks. Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitzbailey, says he is confident that those involved will be caught.
What I can say at this time is that we are partnering with Beryllium in this investigation, and we have been getting significant support, and we can make a pledge to the public that we are going to get to the bottom of this, and we are going to bring those who are responsible for justice. I want the public to be reassured that the JCF will continue to support Beryllium in their effort to perform their task, which is of significant importance to this nation. We will ensure that they can operate in a very safe environment, and will put the necessary strategies in place to ensure that. If there are information that they have available, they can call 811 or Crime Stop and pass those information to those entities to further our investigation. We are committed to ensure that the public is safe, and that's one of our responsibilities. The fact is that with the robberies, we know the impact that it has had on the general public in terms of confidence, in terms of the fear factor, and even their ability to do their normal course of activities. So it's of national importance. Even in the midst of danger, when that security guard was shot, and I know the public sometimes make ridicule of the incident, but what we saw was a brave soldier, brave security guard who was shot by an high-powered weapon, and the impact is what caused the firearm to have fell from his hand. And that same security guard challenged the gunmen that they themselves had to make an hasty retreat.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.